Hello dear friends, in this video we will create the track of the Tyumén tractor. Click on create sketch on the XY plane. Draw a circle from the center. Okay, finish sketch. Extrude, press the command. Extrude. To get started, please carefully click on sketch on the ZX plane and then wait for the next step. Go to create, project. Select our circle. Okay. We get a line. Click on construction. Click on the cube. Create an arc. It has 3 points. Ours will look like this. Close the line. Finish sketch. Create revolve. Select our axis. Okay. Extrude inward very gently, please. Cut. Okay. Hard fillet here and here. So like this. Then add a small fillet here, just like this, for example. Create a sketch. Draw a circle from the center. Almost touching the level. Okay. Extrude it. New body. Okay. Sketch. Make a circle. Okay. Finish sketch. Extrude it. New body. Okay. Create. Pattern. Circular pattern. Select our piece. Select the axis and choose the number of instances. I made 10. Okay. Do a combine. Select the body. Set type to cut. Select everything except the tire. Okay. Carefully slice the sketch on the plane, making sure it is precise. Go to create polygon, and from the edge go slightly downward. Okay. Move it. Make this point and this point vertical. Finish sketch. Extrude it. Extrude it. To about this height. New body. Okay. Carefully hide our body. Stroke 2015 and isolate. Again, select our cutouts. And pull them upward. By 1 millimeter. Okay. Next, select our bolt. Align it with this top edge by 1 millimeter. Okay. You see that our cut was too deep. Let's move it. Select point to point. From here to there. Okay. Now we just do an extrude with a cut type. Okay. Fill it. Something like this. Okay. In the Create menu, select Pattern, then choose Circular Pattern. Next, carefully select the frame and finally choose the appropriate axis for the operation. Make 10 instances. Right-click and select Isolate. This is our first part for creating the track. Then a sketch on the plane. Let's now make the second view together. Done. Something like this. Okay. So what we need to do now is we draw a sketch and then we go ahead and extrude it out. How about this much? Okay. We add a fillet. Then we create a sketch. We draw a circle from the center. We draw a circle like this roughly. Finish sketch. We extrude it. To about this depth. Okay. We make a sketch here. We draw a circle. Finish the sketch and extrude. And remake it. After all the effort, persistence, and teamwork we put in, we finally succeed. Despite the challenges we faced, we kept going, and in the end, we reached our goal together. Okay. Now, we make a sketch. Then, create a polygon. We draw a polygon. A polygon, roughly like this. And we make it vertical. Something like this. After that, we make a sketch. We extrude it based on this shape. It will be okay. Create a circular pattern. Select the axis to rotate around 10 instances. 8 instances. 8 is too many. I think they're a bit too big. Let's adjust their scale a little. Finish the sketch. Let's add one more instance. Like this. Actually, let's make a sketch. A circle from the center. About like this. Okay. Extrude the sketch. There we go. Set the type to joint. Let's add a fillet. Something like this. Okay. For this, we make a sketch. Select create rectangle from center in the circular pattern. Select all our lines. Click central point. This will be our anchor point. And make 6 instances. Okay. The thickness is a bit too much. Let's reduce it. Finish the sketch. Extrude. And extrude everything we need. Here's a picture of the joint. Okay. Select all our edges and click fillet. Make it smaller like this. Create a sketch. Simply draw a rectangle using 3 points. Something like this. For example, something such as this. And let's make the thickness a bit greater. There. Okay. Let's finish drawing the line. Continue from the point. Let's align it. Now, let's do this, make it perpendicular with this. Okay. Delete this. I'm holding the button. Yes. Well, it snapped into place. Next, let's bring it up to here. Probably. Let's remove the constraint, move a bit lower. Now, then, we cut this line. Okay, and let's pull it through some more. It will end somewhere around here. Finish the sketch. This is an extrude, as you can see. Join. Okay, and let's make it rounded. There. And at the top, let's make another rounded circle with 2 cylinders. Like that. And finish. And extrude. Join. Okay. That is this. A little sausage shape like this. Okay. That's what I got basically. Let's do this. Let's get ready to sketch now. The very first circle, starting from the center and going to here, then we make a cube. First, offset the shape carefully by 1 mm, making a small and precise adjustment to its position. Once that is done, proceed to offset the shape again this time. Increase the offset to 3 mm, ensuring the change is clear and noticeable. By 4 mm, and then we simply do it. We stop this wall. Right now, at this very moment, we bring it to a complete halt. Then take pen and screw here and here, here and here. Just like that. Tape. The wheel, now it's finished for us. And we create a pattern, and there's a circular pattern. We remove the wheel with a knife like this, and we make 4 of these. Good. This is how to look for us. There. Tape. We select all our spokes and move them. We also simply select the axis to move them. Along the vertical axis, tape. We do it like this. Tape. Then we have a sketch plane. Here we simply draw a circle about like this. Tape. Then a sketch. Extrude. And like this. Just like that. Tape. Now we make this right here a sketch. We make a offset about like this. Okay. New sketch. Extrude. Cut. Tape. A small offset plane. Like this. Tape. Sketch. A circle from the center. Like this. And I stick it. Pattern from the center. Tape. Diffy. Copy. Modify. Copy. Remove the point from the center. Click. Copy. And rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. Finish sketch. And we choose what we extract. Extrude. With the joint type. Tape. We remove this. First, we need to address this specific feature in our model. Instead of making any changes to the other parts, we will only remove this one particular element, ensuring that the rest of the design remains untouched. After successfully removing it, our next step is to create a fillet along the designated edge, which will help smooth out the transition and improve the overall appearance. Once the fillet is in place, we will use tape to mark the area for the next modification. Now, we need to create a recess in this marked region, which will serve as a functional or aesthetic detail depending on the design requirement. Again, we use tape to clearly define the boundaries of this new recess. Moving forward, we will make a new sketch on this surface, carefully outlining the shape we want to add. To do this, let's start by drawing a straight line that originates from the center point of the surface, ensuring symmetry and precision. This line will serve as a reference for the next steps. Finally, we address the mask lines, making sure all lines are properly aligned and connected as needed for the design to function as intended. Okay. Construction. Let's turn off our 3D sketch. The right plane. Now if we draw a line here, just like this, and then another one over there, like that, you can see how it forms. Okay. Move it a bit like this. Raise the line higher. Let's do it like this. Let's take create then mirror. We will select our lines and choose the mirror lines. Okay. Let's scale it down like this. This will be our first tooth. Let's move our sketch over here. Extrude it. Non-V-bar. Okay. Let's create pattern. We put it into a circular pattern. Select our block and set the axis. We have 10 of these instances. Okay. Let's do combine. Let's join all the three together. Okay. Next, let's create a plane. Construction. Immediate plane. Okay. And the sketch. Line. Let's do it like this. Okay. Let's make our cut smaller. And now, let's take this point and add it to this line. If you make a mistake, just cancel. Instead, let's go to create, then select project, and after that, carefully align this point exactly with that other point to ensure accuracy. Okay. Balance. Let's take a look. Next, create a revolve. Select the profile. And there it is. Okay. This will be a main drive view. This is the first thing. This is the first half of the drive view. Next, we go ahead and make a middle plane, starting from this point here to that point over there. Look at it. Okay. Bye. Delete it. Do a mirror. And these planes join them. We need a plane for the plane. Press V for visible. This is what our chassis will look like. Let's start making the track. Let's see if any plan suits us. No, of course, none of them do. So we'll go ahead and carefully create it right here on this plane, and more precisely, as a spline. We start drawing from here. There, here, here. 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 Just over there. If you look in that direction, just a bit beyond where you are currently focusing your attention, you will notice that the place I'm referring to is actually located even further over there, at a greater distance away from us than the spot you might have initially thought I meant. There. There. Here. 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 And now we'll adjust the shape. Here it's positioned a bit incorrectly. Let's delete this. Like this. Like that. Like this. Like that. Now for the horizontality. And let's draw on the paper this parameter. And excellent. Good. So what's happening here? Here we need to press down the letter. Let's press it down. Let's make the point. Let's do it like this. I deleted the point. Let's delete it here too. And let's just go ahead and add a point right here, exactly in the middle right now. One, two, three, four. Here's a point, this point, and the horizontality. Okay. All these points are horizontal. And let's start tweaking parameters a bit. Excellent. Let's change this a little here as well. Excellent. Let's move our point over there for better visibility. Okay, and we change this like this. Now let's check that nothing is intersecting anywhere. Excellent. Here's this offset. What should the offset be approximately? 5 millimeters. Excellent. Finish the sketch. We make an extract machine. Alright, we didn't remove this. Let's do that. Okay, let's move it. Which is roughly. Okay, you see, our point isn't enough. So let's take our slider and extend it so the track rests on it. Okay, I will very carefully lower this part down to there, just like that. Okay, that looks good. That's perfect. I will press it. I went ahead and moved it to a different spot, just like we asked, so it would be out of the way and easier for everyone to find when they need it. There, that's it. So we've moved it. Okay. Excellent. Then let's check if we have a plane. Let's look in construction. Yes, we have a mid-plane. Create mirror, mirror the top, here's this point, highness. It's created a mirror of our track. Here I actually overdid it with the offset. Let's do it this way. Okay. And we'll put everything into the track. I'll even use this. Like this. I'll add some offset. For shift. Let's take it like this. Excellent. We haven't forgotten anything. Let's do it like this. And move it. Everything is in place. It's moved. Okay. I'm taking this atrium right here in front of me, like this one, exactly as you see. Excellent. I'm creating an arch. Great arc. This is the point of the arc. Like this. Excellent. Okay. Let's draw a line. Like this. Let's carefully and thoroughly isolate them. And then after that, draw a clear and distinct line between them. Undo the construction. Water supply. Our area, the line, and its reflection. Okay. Let's reduce it like this here. Select it. Do the same thing. I just didn't like how wide it turned out. A little wider. Just a bit. Well, that's fine. Let's make this line. This one. Let's go ahead and create the project right now. Okay. Next, we draw a 5-line modular construction and draw a single line just like that. Bring it up to here. Okay. Select this point, the line, and this point. Okay. Let's see. It made a 2-point. Here's our profile. Here it is. Not in the body. Here comes our. On each side, we make a polygon. Let's make them equal so that we have 2 identical little polygons. And let's make them horizontal. 3. Draw a line like this. Okay. And we'll place our little polygons on them. That's it. We are in place. Let's reduce the diameter a little bit. I'm moving it here and making it construction. Like this. Sketch. The first stroke. And now fill up in the body. So then we proceed to carefully turn on our entry, and then we go ahead and create the mirror and we move the object up, remove the object, and we'll get a mirrored one. Okay, it's done. This is the growth. The methods worked out. We increased it by 1 millimeter, and on the other side also by 1 AS, by 1. So we made it bigger and also a bit taller. We'll leave the overall dimensions as they are. After that, combine and join all our objects. Good. Now, let's carefully move our little object onto the track and then slowly rotate it around. Okay. So, we've inserted one of our instances. Now we do create pattern from path. Select the path. We carefully guide our object along the line. Click OK. There you go. My tractor track. The Tyumén version is ready.
Subscribe to our channel and like the video. We would really appreciate it. This was Alexei Tefev with you. Goodbye.